Yo, what's up, everybody? Ballard here, coming at you live this morning. We got Bama's Pro Day coming up. All the teams' Pro Days are happening pretty much this week. Some have them, some don't. Bama has theirs this morning, coming up here at 11 Central, 12 noon Eastern time. And I figured I'd go live for it and just watch it here on NFL Network and maybe talk a little bit about what I'm seeing. I think Devontae Smith, Waddle, Mac Jones, um, guys like that are supposed to be participating in it. I honestly don't know every player that's participating um, exactly, but we're fixing to find out, man. We're gonna see, and these are just those moments, man, that could make or break your draft stock, and we'll have to wait and see here today. Rich Eisen's pretty cool. What's up, Lenny the Gump? See, we got 4 people watching. Hit that thumbs up. I would appreciate it, man. Helps the channel out. And let's see. Here we go. Alabama. Check this out. Got Ohio State as well. Oh, Urban Meyer, of course, in Ohio. He can't stay away, can he? Jaguars coach. Um, I mean, this could be interesting. If Urban Meyer's there at Ohio State, obviously you got Justin Fields. There have been some. I don't know why you would take Fields at number one, though. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy, wouldn't it? Wouldn't make any sense in the world to do that because you got Trevor Lawrence there on the board. And even if you didn't have Trevor Lawrence, which again they have the number one pick, but I mean Zach Wilson at BYU. I guess it's Bama and Ohio State today. But are they doing it at the same time? Oh, here we go. Mac Jones, Davey O'Brien Award winner last year, top quarterback, uh, best quarterback of last season, at least for the season. But obviously, if you want talent and everything, you don't pass on Trevor Lawrence, right? Everyone's talking about him. Justin Fields at Ohio State, we mentioned a little bit. And again, Devontae Smith and Waddle are not participating today with Bama. Why that is, I don't know. Najee will participate today, but due to injury from last year with his ankle, will not participate in the 40. Now on SEC. Now, hold on. Let me find. I need to find the SEC network. Is what I need. Apparently, because I'm on NFL Network right now. I thought it was going to show it there, but I guess they're just talking about that. Why is this not working? Well, Justin Fields only played 6 games last year. Looked great, don't get me wrong. But still. Okay, here we go. McElroy there. Greg McElroy. Let me check the chat. What's up, Lenny? What's up, Joseph Sandberg? How you doing? I think there's a chance Mac goes to the 49ers. Yeah, that was a big trade yesterday. And that's the rumors that we're hearing is Jones to the 49ers. Is it pick 3 overall? I think is what they got from the Dolphins. Belichick's there. There's rumors about Mac Jones to the Patriots. I'm gonna add whoever he goes to, man. I'm gonna follow him and pull for him because I love Mac Jones. I think he's got a bright future in the NFL. People want to say maybe he's a system quarterback, but honestly, I mean, yeah, he had the best O line around him last year and some of the best receivers in Waddle before injury and Devontae Smith. But I really think that Sean Payton's there for the Saints. I really hope it's not the Saints. But even if, I mean, I'm still going to pull for him, I guess. I want to see Mac have great success. I want to see Fields. It seems like the quarterback class and everything gets better each year in the draft. And, this year's, I mean, look at Zach Wilson, second quarterback this year. How he had the season he did and went ahead of Fields because it was Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields before the season even started. And now we're saying Zach Wilson's a better quarterback, which is crazy. Mac Jones had 4,500 yards last year, 96 total QBR, 77 completion percentage last year. That's an FBS record, right? He's got a very strong arm. The only thing I see wrong with Jones is mobility, though. That's really all I see wrong. There we go. I guess I can drop the link. I don't mind. Really just reacting and talking about this with you guys here. Yeah. There you go. If y'all want to. 12 overall prospect, Mac Jones. Number 4 quarterback on Kuiper's big board. Question is, obviously, I guess you would say it depends on where he goes. But does Mac Jones start day 1 in the NFL? Does Trevor Lawrence start day 1 for the Jags? Yeah, of course. I mean, who wouldn't start him right away? He's ready. Is Fields ready? That's the question. Is Zach Wilson ready? We don't know. I'm trying to turn this up a bit. Because that is a talent that he can showcase. I want to make sure that this thing is lined up for Mac Jones to be successful. Understanding what does he do really good. Let's make sure to showcase that as well. Let's not get so far away. 2028 people, first team All-American selection, Mac Jones last year. There are quite a few, I think, that I think Devontae Smith even made that as well. It started for Mac Jones. First career start against Arkansas, 2019. Tua gets hurt against Tennessee, ankle injury. He's out the next week. Comes back in 2 weeks or whatever. Mac Jones has a terrific. He put up Tua numbers, and again, that was Arkansas. Arkansas was terrible. Had a great year last year though. Then he gets to the Iron Bowl. Well, he had Western Carolina after Tua's hip injury, and I mean that's Western Carolina. True test is Auburn. Um, and he put up, regardless of how it happened, 45 points on Auburn's pretty good. They had a good defensive line too. What's up, Big Lee? What's going on, buddy? Dominic, my man, roll tide. You watching the pro day?
Oh man. Um. Oh, what channel is it on for you?
I got it on. I think it's also on NFL Network, but I'm trying to keep it on the SEC Network.
Oh, I don't think I have. I don't think I have the SEC network on my TV, Ballard.
Oh, do you not? What
No,
cable
I
do you
don't
have?
think I do.
Let's see. People think Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Mac Jones. Would you agree?
um.
I mean, I know he's great,
Honestly, I would
but
have to
hey,
say I think Mac Jones is a little bit better. I would
yeah.
have to say.
Hey, not not to blow smoke on Ohio State, but who won the Natty? Someone let me know. I don't know. But what's up, Sam?
What's up?
Not
What's
much,
up,
man.
Sam?
What's up, Dominic?
Oh, not that much, man. I'm just chilling.
So what's going on today?
Dylan
Tyler,
Moses.
what's going on? What's going on today?
Not much, man. I'm watching Bama's Pro Day. They're talking right now. Roman Harper's talking about Dylan Moses. 1.4% of tackle attempts were broken, the lowest rate in the Power Five. 75 tackle attempts last season for Dylan Moses. He's not. I'm going to be honest. I like Dylan Moses, but he does have some parts of him that, like, I got questions about him as a linebacker. You know, he's got good size, I think, but
What
he has
is
some
what
issues
is
with him.
Dylan Moses? What is he? A
He's a
senior?
linebacker, senior linebacker. Yes, he almost went. He could have gone pro last year, but he was out the whole season and missed it. And when he came back this year, people were saying that it would be a big help to Bama's defense, which
Give
it
hey,
was a key part.
give me a second right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. I know this guy coached at Auburn, but I do like Gene Chizik and his analysis. I think he's pretty
Yeah.
great.
Hey, Ballard.
Yeah.
Still can't get over that loss to UCLA last night.
I mean, it wasn't last night, but it was still, I mean, yeah, I'm just proud of the team this year, man. They did have a good season, and I'll give them that. We'll be back.
Oh yeah, it was
Joseph
actually
Sam-
the other night. My mistake.
yeah. No, it's fine. Joseph Sandberg says biggest problem was Dylan Moses looked lost during misdirection play. Yeah, I mean, I think reading, like if you hand the ball off to a running back and he's going to the left, and Dylan Moses goes there, and you know he cuts right, and while he's going left, he cuts back to the right. Dylan Moses trips himself up and gets a little lost there, and some confusion type plays. His awareness and ability to react is, it kind of does. He lacks that a little bit, but you know, or play. Yeah, he has struggled in play action type stuff. I think that he can try very hard to get pressure on a quarterback from the edge or whatever. Uh, but if he's blocked by an offensive lineman, his timing with getting off blocks is really a big concern, I think. Good size for a linebacker, though. I mean, we talk about guys with size. That's very important. He's got the size, and you can tell he wants to play, and he's got some good attributes. But I feel like timing and consistency for him is something he could work on.
I'll be right back, Ballard. I'll be right back. All right.
All right, cool, man.
How's Bama looking so far?
For the pro day,
Yeah.
haven't really seen a whole lot of guys. I mean, it just started. They're showing Dylan Moses on camera sitting on a bench in a workout room, weight room, and they're just talking about him. So I mean, nobody's really truly worked out yet. Mac Jones looks like he could throw the ball really well, though. He's right there to throw at 12:40 Eastern. So we still got about maybe 30 minutes until we see Mac Jones start throwing at this pro day.
Yeah, speaking of Mac Jones, which team do you think he's going to go to in the NFL draft?
What I'm hearing is the 49ers trade up for him. Or I guess they already did trade with the Dolphins. Rumors are he goes there. But I'm not sure exactly.
I mean, my favorite NFL team is Washington, since the city of DC is not that far from me. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I heard that Washington's not going to get Mac Jones, which I'm not happy that they're not going to be able to get
Did
him.
they move on? So is it official they're going to move on from Haskins and give up on him?
Mm, I don't think it's official just yet.
Yeah, because I mean I know the Redskins just drafted him. So
You mean the football team?
yeah, I still can't believe. I mean we're changing names because it could be offensive. I'm sorry. It wasn't offensive apparently years ago, but I'm just saying. I can't wait to see the draft though. They'll be like the football team is now on the clock. Which one? I mean, for real.
Wait, when is the NFL draft?
Late April. I'll double check. Haskins was cut while. Yeah, that's right. They did cut Haskins, which you can't blame them. It'll be I guess the 29th through May 1st. It's got to be
29th of April or May 1st?
through May 1st. Hold on.
Oh, through May 1st. Okay.
Yeah, that weekend. He is the real deal. You saw him last year, right? Be real.
Yeah, I am being real.
Who am I offending now? Not offending anybody. Not trying to, at least. We were talking about how they changed the name of the football team. What the?
Houston and Baylor have made it to the Final Four, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Houston and Baylor have made it to the Final Four.
Yeah. Get this out here.
And the winner of USC and Gonzaga will play the winner of UCLA or Michigan in the Final Four.
UCLA, Michigan, and a Final Four? Oh, you're
Yeah,
saying one of those
the winner of USC versus Gonzaga will play the winner of UCLA versus Michigan.
There we go. We got the pro day on here. Mac Jones he's doing all his stretches and stuff. I mean, I understand it, but it does look a little weird. I'm going
Yeah, it does look a little
I think he's
weird.
gonna have a great great year or career really. Hold on, let me undo this full screen deal. There we go. Only white people were offended by the Reds. I wasn't offended.
That's a really good point, Slim Candy Canes. That's a good point.
You know what's offensive is Bama choking it. Yeah, that is very offensive to me. I'm offended that we choked that game.
I mean, you do have a good point there.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah. The Slim's going off in the
My
comments
Wizards
right
are
now.
gonna face a tough team tonight in an NBA game. Guess who we're playing?
Lakers.
Nope. It's a team in the Eastern Conference that we're playing.
Eastern Conference. You're facing the Bucks.
You're close.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Who else is in the East? Yeah, I don't know. Who you playing?
Charlotte.
Oh, the Hornets?
Yes.
Mm.
The Hornets are good this season. They're 23-22. We're 17-28. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to beat the Hornets. I will be streaming the Hornets Wizards game on Twitch, so
Cool, man.
it starts at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You're going to stop by?
I might check it out, man.
All right.
Oh. Najee's right there with Mac Jones at this pro day. You know, they're talking about great things, Mac Jones. did last year. I mean, one thing I think that he did better than Tua. Well, he did a lot of things better than Tua, but he didn't force throws. Would you say? I mean, he wasn't trying to do too much. He didn't try to force it. If it was there, it was there. If it wasn't there, he would throw the ball away. He didn't really have to force throws because his guys just were open all the time. But um, that's a key. That's a key thing to look at in quarterbacks. Najee could come back up, McCaffrey and Carolina. Hey, that'd be interesting. Although I think a lot of people look at Najee, he might be a starter. Who knows? But he could. Could you imagine having McCaffrey and Najee Harris on the same team? That'd be something.
Yeah, it would be something.
What's up, Shady Canes?
Ballard, I'm not trying to be mean, but dude, you got to stop with Mac Jones. He's an average quarterback at best.
All right. Yeah.
He
Tell
had a
that to
Heisman Trophy winning wide receiver and an
Yep.
absolutely outstanding Jalen Waddle till he got hurt. Mac Jones is an average quarterback.
Shady Canes has a good point, Ballard. I agree with him.
All right, fine. The players made plays for Mac Jones, and Mac Jones, he's still good though. I mean, we can't take that away, but fine. It was the players that made him look good.
I'm not saying he's and for the record, I've said the exact same thing about some of Miami's quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So I can say that about some of my own players as well. And guess what? Yeah. Average quarterbacks win national titles, win Super Bowls. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl.
Who?
Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl ring. If that guy can win.
Honestly, haven't heard of that quarterback. Seriously.
Then how long have you been a Tampa Bay fan? Because he was Tampa Bay's quarterback for many years.
Then a fan says like, what, 13 or 14?
Let me just say this, Shady Canes. The city of DC is not that far away from me, so my favorite team is obviously Washington.
Okay, what about it?
I mean, congrats on your Bucks for beating us in the wild card last season in the playoffs.
Well, the East was terrible. I mean, anybody was going to beat y'all.
Washington's problem for years has been their office, not their coaching staff or their players.
Someone said in a live stream chat, bandwagon Bucks fan, Ballard.
No.
I'm serious.
No, I saw the comment. I'm not. That's where I'm from.
That's where I'm from, too.
Let me ask you something. When people ask where you're from, it's not so much where you live, but is it where you spend a majority, like where you grew up, I guess?
I mean, I've lived in Tennessee for 20 years. I still say I'm from Florida.
Yeah.
I grew up in my state, which is Virginia.
My grandparents were saying the other day, like, no, you're from Tuscaloosa because that's where you were born. And I'm like, is it? I mean, but I only spent like the first maybe year and a half or so there of my life. And I spent the past 10, 11 years in Florida before I came up here.
Yeah, well, my uncle was born in Memphis, but he lived around Pinellas County, Florida for 25 years.
Yeah.
Actually, longer than that. More like 35 years.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, just because you were born in Memphis and you lived there for a year and then moved to Florida as a baby, I'd say, yeah, you have no memories of being born in Memphis or growing up there. No, it's not where you're from.
Yeah.
Now I've got a serious question. Is that other atrocious looking quarterback y'all had going to be ready for game one?
Which one?
Bryce Young.
Oh yeah, he'll be ready to go. I mean, hey, he looked sloppy at first, but I mean,
He
if
looked
you go
terrible
back
every time
and
I put him in the game.
I'll admit he hasn't looked like what we thought he would.
I expected a little bit better out of the top-rated quarterback recruit out of that class.
But do you blame that on the lack of off season? Because I mean, at the same time, you got to think there's that, but he should have still in practice throughout the season. Should have at least been using that, right?
Yeah, and yeah, they had a lack of off season, but to say those guys aren't working on their own,
Right.
I mean, they got to be. So I think that's more. I think that comes into a play a lot more at the pro level than it does at the college level. Not saying it
Yeah.
doesn't have an effect at the college level, but just much more of it at the pro level.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit more in the NFL than college. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Is that train coming from Bama's Pro Day team? That ain't coming from here. They got trains around that facility somewhere, man, that you can hear pretty loud. I'd be for that. Rondale Moore or Kadarius Toney for Brady this year if we draft one of those receivers to get a weapon, get another weapon.
if they draft a receiver, that's a waste of a draft pick in the first round.
Well, not. I hope it's not in the first round. I think we need to work on the defense a little bit in the first round. Maybe work on the line, or
I
because
don't think
how
the
long?
defense. They're drafting for depth. They're not drafting for need.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, for example, what if we take a defensive tackle late? How long are we keeping Ndamukong Suh? How much longer are we going to have him? And what happened to Vita Vea is all I'm saying.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, there are talks of them maybe taking a deep. I've heard defensive end, and I've heard possibly if Travis Etienne is available, 32 pick.
Take a running back, yeah.
Because for whatever reason, they only signed Leonard Fournette to a one-year deal.
Right. I would love Etienne. I'd love Etienne.
I think Etienne is definitely an upgrade as a runner over Ronald Jones and Leonard Fournette.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fournette's just as good catching the ball out of the backfield as Etienne is.
Wide receiver is a waste. You already have all pro caliber. That is true. Lenny says draft Jamie Newman in the third round. Oh my God. Do we draft a quarterback to be the next man for Tom Brady, considering he's only on like a 2 or 3 year deal? Do we go ahead and
Yes,
prep?
that is correct, Ballard. That is correct.
I've said that several times because look at have his backup. They've got Blake Bortles as the backup. He's not the answer.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Wait. I
thought Blake Bortles retired.
Blake Bortles retired?
No, I thought he did. Did he?
Blake Bortles,
I don't know.
Tom Brady's backup.
Oh, okay.
It's not Blake. Hold on. It's not Blake. What the? Blaine Gabbert is who you're thinking of, right? Blaine Gabbert, you mean?
I could be wrong.
We don't have.
Yeah, could be. We could be wrong.
I've been wrong before. It's happened once or twice.
We also got Ryan Griffin, who has never truly looked promising. Like, even with Winston, If we put him out and put Griffin in there, I've never really liked how Ryan Griffin is, at least for a franchise type of quarterback.
Now, you want to turn Mac Jones into a quarterback? Let him sit on a bench behind Tom Brady for 2 or 3 years and learn from him.
Yeah. Well, he looks. I mean, the rumors about him going to like Bill Belichick. I mean, think about like the relationship with Belichick and Saban, and how people say Mac Jones looks like a Tom Brady, but like no one's saying like he's as good as Tom Brady, but Tom Brady type of player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Look at all these Oklahoma quarterbacks that have gone to the league when they don't have that plethora of superstar receivers around them. They don't
Right.
look anywhere near as good.
System quarterbacks we're talking basically, I guess. I mean, if they don't have the talent to back up the arm strength or whatever, they don't have anybody to throw it to make them look good.
I mean, you know, receivers and quarterbacks and tight, they're all dependent on each other.
Yeah. It all connects. Bortles is backup for the Rams. Is that right? Hold on.
Do what?
Yeah, Blake Bortles is on the Rams.
Yeah, maybe it was Blake.
I don't know when they got him.
I don't know, but I mean, I've said that all year. I said you've only got Tom Brady for a limited amount of time. It wouldn't be a bad idea to pick up a quarterback that he can basically train as his replacement when he retires. Because even though he's signed a contract extension, I mean that doesn't mean he's going to make it till then. I mean,
Right.
Drew Brees didn't have really any decline in his game until this year, and he just fell off a cliff.
Yeah. Bortles should be the assistant water boy. Yeah. Make him out there and be like Bobby Boucher. Get some high quality H2O.
Oh, don't make fun of Blake Bortles like that. He has
Yeah.
feelings.
Yeah, I know. I've heard, and I kind of hope this doesn't happen because I want to pull for any team wherever Mac Jones or any of these Bama players go to. You always want to pull for the players. I've heard so many rumors, though, he goes to the Saints. And I don't want to pull for the Saints or the Panthers. I've heard rumors about the Panthers, too. I don't want to pull for either one of those teams. But at the same time, you can't, you at least want to see them do good.
Okay, I was a big Ray Lewis fan. I never once, outside of some Super Bowls that Tampa wasn't in, pulled for the Ravens.
Right. I got you. Carolina doesn't want a QB outside of the top 4 available. Nobody. I mean, anybody would take one of the top 4 available, but I mean, then again, I see rumors like Trey Lance falls. I guess what does Carolina have, like the 8th pick? Trey Lance might be there, or maybe they trade up. I don't know. If they're gone, we need Pitts. Oh, if those 4 quarterbacks are gone, I got you. They might take tight end. I don't know. I still laugh at a few years ago. I mean, it looks I mean, Giants fans are happy about it now, but remember when they first drafted Daniel Jones, and everyone's like, "What in the actual?" What? I saw this one kid react to it, and he's like dancing around, freaking out, having a temper tantrum that they drafted Daniel Jones, and now they're saying, you know, now we need to get leadership and help Daniel Jones out. Miller Forrestall there with Mac Jones. Tucker is that? I guess that's Carl Tucker, the transfer from UNC.
Do what? Sorry about that.
I was just saying they got some other players like Forrestall there, and I was also talking about when the Giants had first drafted Daniel Jones and how all the Giants fans got really pissed for taking him over Haskins, and now they couldn't be happier with Daniel Jones.
I mean, only time's going to tell with Justin Fields, but can anybody name the last Ohio State quarterback that did good in the NFL?
No. Have they ever really had one?
Well, sure, they've had some.
Yeah.
Well,
I do
just not know to put good quarterbacks.
Yeah. So I mean, what should that tell you about Fields, though? I mean, Fields was born to be, great like he was at Ohio State, and I still scratch my head. I mean, he's at least good enough that you would put him over Fromm, but of course Georgia didn't want to do that.
Well, we all know how good of. Hang on.
Ryan Love says, "I hope we trade up, but we're running out of trade partners. I would cry if we traded with the Jets for Zach Wilson." I mean, look, Zach Wilson's the second best quarterback in this class, at least according to draft boards. I still don't understand. Okay, is Fields better than Wilson? Yeah. But I want to know how we got to this whole Zach Wilson to the Jets instead of Justin Fields. I mean, I get the season that he had, but I mean, he didn't. Is it the lack of games that Ohio State had, I guess? Is it? I don't understand that. But, I mean.
Well, Fields has got more than a year. But listen, it's not just about the talent you have either. I mean,
right. You got to think of how you would fit in the systems.
Well, not even that, because they're going to draft a quarterback that fits into their system.
Right.
But what was that quarterback from LSU?
Burrow?
No, this would have been the earlier 2000s. Got drafted to Oakland, was a complete bust.
I'm not sure.
I can't even think of his name now.
You mean Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamarcus Russell, he's got all the talent in the world, everything you could possibly want in a quarterback.
Yeah.
But he just refused to put in work.
Yeah. I mean, look at
talent, but if you don't, if you get to the NFL and that money gets to your head,
yeah, it messes with how you perform and train, and whether or not you really want to be working at it. I mean, look at Manziel, man. Look at Johnny Manziel. He's another example. He was great at A&M, won a Heisman, beat Alabama, did all that. The only thing he didn't do in college was like win a championship. He gets to the NFL with the Browns, and it's like he's one of the biggest screw ups that we've ever seen. But even that, I mean, he had attitude problems through the roof.
Yeah, well, you saw that in college, though. I mean, everybody saw
Yeah.
that one come a mile away.
He just, it got worse, really. And it really hit him in the NFL, is what happened.
Well, yeah, because then you have the time and the money to party all the time.
Yeah. Mac Jones is looking pretty good with his throws, though. And, of course, he's got guys like Smitty and Miller Forrestall with him that he's worked with all season. But how does he handle a different system? I mean, he's not going to be around these guys when he hits the NFL. He's going to probably handle some veteran guys. And, I mean, under different coaching, that's not Nick Saban. But then again, he was under Nick Saban. But, I mean, I really think the best bet would be under someone like Bill Belichick with the Patriots. Similar mind, similar type of coach, I guess, that he'd be used to. I kind of don't.
Here's something a lot of people don't look at,
Mm-hmm.
and it's starting to become a pattern. I think playing under Nick Saban in college is a detriment to your pro career because with all the talent Alabama's put in the NFL, how many big-time stars have they put in the NFL?
I mean, we have had quite a few busts, especially at quarterbacks.
All those great, that's because the quarterbacks were never really quarterbacks. They were middlemen between the center and the running back for years.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the running backs are used up by the time they get to the NFL. I mean, Derrick Henry really being the exception.
Oh, yeah. I mean, even Mark Ingram's, I think he started with the Saints before he went to the Ravens, and he had some ups and downs here. There wasn't completely terrible, but I mean, it was one of those. It wasn't like his Heisman campaign or what he was at Alabama.
No, and now the only one that you can just say was a flat out bust and terrible was Trent Richardson.
Oh my goodness, I don't even want to get into that.
He became a meme. He was so bad.
Yeah. I can't even zoom in on this, but I mean, I got the pro day up here. But I mean, Mac Jones is looking like he's making some good throws. But again, I mean, if you can't put that in with where you're placed in the NFL, and again, it's not even. We like to talk about, like I remember Trevor Lawrence before the Jaguars secured the number one pick, that we're talking about like the Jets trading up or the Jets actually having the number one pick and how Trevor Lawrence would dodge the Jets. I mean, your place where you are, even if you request a trade or something, it's up to the coaching staff if they want to get rid of you or release you, right?
No, you don't have to stop the team that drafts you. Eli Manning did.
Mm-hmm.
Eli Manning was drafted by the San Diego Chargers.
That's true. And spent like his whole career with the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, with the running backs we mentioned, yeah. Only good name was Henry. I mean, that is fair. Josh Jacobs doesn't look – I guess he looks okay with the Raiders, but,
And listen, Henry's on borrowed time the way Tennessee's using him like a workhorse.
Yeah, man. I do like what I'm seeing, though. He's throwing to Smith now, but he's got good ball placement. Mac Jones, he steps back. He's got his feet and everything right. Strong arm with how he throws. But, I mean, he's got he did play with a great offensive line. I want to see how he handles and how does he handle an offensive line in the NFL that it's probably not going to be the best one. How does he handle actual pressure getting to him? And not the best protection.
That's definitely a big key. Why do you
Mm-hmm.
think the Browns keep drafting every big name in college and still aren't winning anything?
Because their O line is one of the worst ever. I mean, even look at the Bucks with Jameis when piss poor decision making, first off, but at the same time, like, we had a terrible O line in 2019. Terrible.
Yeah, Jameis made it a lot worse by his decision to hold on to the ball way too damn long.
Yeah, instead of just throwing it away when it's not there or something.
Because look at this past year. Look at 2020. The same exact offensive line, and nowhere near as many sacks.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the ball. And Tom Brady's one of the best at doing that.
You can see him, and you saw him before he started throwing, talking with everybody on the field. I know he mentioned last week that he threw a little bit more than he planned last week.
And he's doing today what he's done all year. I noticed when he takes the snap, he does what they call a pump fake. You fake a throw, you step back, and then you just throw it deep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And listen, I'm not saying it's a guarantee that he's going to be bust. I mean, they're lower tier guys that end up doing good in college and go on to great NFL careers. I mean, only time's going to tell.
Right.
But
yeah,
it's
we'll
just,
see.
With everything he had and with that offensive line, I kind of equate it to the Cowboys of the early 90s.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the best offensive lines in NFL history. So it made Emmitt Smith and it made Troy Aikman look a lot better than they were.
Absolutely. They couldn't do it on their own. I guess they could have, but it wouldn't have been what they were. And they got coaches here, Sean Payton. How about the 49ers trading, though? They got a Shanahan there, too. And, of course, they got Bill Belichick.
Well,
they're
Bill Belichick's in desperation mode right now.
Yeah, he is. Cam Newton did not. People were hyping it up last year, and I don't think it was. I said from the start, I'm like, look, man, Cam Newton led the Panthers to a Super Bowl, and then the next thing you know, he's having one of the worst type of seasons, almost one of the worst. You can't throw it on him too much, but my goodness, Cam has declined.
Those running quarterbacks don't last in the NFL. Never have, never will.
Because they can't just stick to throwing the ball all the time. You got to throw the ball in the pro league. So now he's got Najee right there with him. Najee's running deep. Oh, just off his fingertips. You can at least tell Mac Jones has the will to play and the will to win and has the arm talent. But again, I would not. If you said he's going to be a system type of quarterback, he's got to be. I would probably agree.
I wasn't even necessarily saying that I thought he was a system quarterback. I just thought the abundance of talent around him made him look better than what he was.
Yeah. Not even sure who they just put out there with him that he's throwing to. I've never seen him. He's got Bama on.
Talking about how guys respond, that are used to sitting behind a good offensive line, and then how they respond once they get hit. I mean, that was the downfall of Ken Dorsey and the pros. He got stacked, I think, 3 times.
Yeah.
In 3 years as a starter in Miami. And then he got drafted to the Browns behind that offensive line. And, God, that was right after the Browns started back up in 2003.
Yeah. Is Nick Saban even at this pro day? I mean, I know he's not the one scouting Mac Jones. He's already done that, but you'd at least think the head coach be there. They haven't showed him today.
He's probably out recruiting.
Yeah, right?
No, I'm serious.
Yeah. No, I know.
Now, do you honestly believe that Dabo's coming to Alabama when Saban leaves?
One can only hope is all I'm going to say. No, I know he's built something at Clemson that he wants to continue to build. I
understand hoping. I ain't going to knock somebody for that.
Oh, yeah. He's a good coach. Fairly good. No, I want to see Najee run a. What I really want to see Mac Jones do is get the ball to Najee Harris, hand it off to him, and see if he can get it outside of the red zone for a touchdown.
All right, man. Well, I got to bounce off here. I got to go in here and pick up a few things.
All right. Have a good day, man.
All right, man. I'll holler at you later.
All right. Thank you, Slim Shady Canes, for coming on. Just keep throwing to Najee here. Mac. Najee's really fast on this field. But, yeah, I'm not going to be on here too long. But it is interesting to see. You got Najee there. You got Mac Jones, a couple guys, I'm sure, later on. But we'll see. But I think I'll go ahead and, I'll go ahead and end the stream here. I appreciate Slim for coming on, Dominic for coming on a little bit, and Devontae Smith is there, but he's not really doing a whole lot here. But anyway, thanks everyone for showing up today. Love you guys. Hope y'all have an awesome day, and probably talk a little bit more about this stuff and all the other pro days a little later on the channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more sports content to Ballard Sports Media. And until next time, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. Have a great day. Love you guys. Jesus loves you. Remember that. Have a good day and roll tide roll. We'll see you.